Hello, welcome to Panther Hunt Traits. Today in this video, I'm going to be explaining you 8 crucial habits you need to know before you start trading as a woman. So let's dive in. So number one of the most important habits is boundaries, protecting your energy when it comes down to family, friends, relationships, friendships. Yes, I know it's hard to balance, and you want to be everywhere, and you want to be spending quality time with your loved ones, which is totally normal, and you need that. But sometimes you have to prioritize your trading time. For example, if you are trading in a session of New York session, or you have another preference of London session or Asian session, you have to definitely make sure that this time is planned into your calendar. Once it's in your calendar, in your agenda, nothing can come in between. And they should respect that. If your family is unsupportive, you will have to put boundaries. And I even struggle until this point. It's totally normal. You will not always have the most positive environment because people do not understand trading, and a lot of people still think it's a scam. But if you're willing to do this or you're already starting to do this, you know it's your choice and you have to stand your ground for this. An extra tip about friendships and relationships: it can be really hard when you have people who don't understand you. And I want to tell you, you have to be very strong to not listen what other people think, because it's their opinion and you have your own opinion. Another important thing is your choices, your circle. You know, the people you hang out with, the 5 people in your circle, are the people that are going to stay with you and they are going to influence you. So you become like them. Now, it is crucial to see and observe the environment you're in, the behavior of your friends. What are they talking about? If my girlfriends would always gossip, that's for me a no go, because there are more important things in life. Talk about God, talk about spiritual stuff, talk about making money, talk about family, talk about important stuff. But gossiping and talking about makeup, it's for 18 years old. If you're a grown up woman or you wanna step up as a girl, as a growing up teenager, even, this is gonna be a choice you will have to make. You will have to filter your friends. So the tip is completely focus on yourself, and the right people will come along the way. Let's go with the second habit. So the second habit would be your sleep is important, your food is important, and boosters. Right. Why? Health is wealth. So if you are under a lot of pressure, stress, busy, cluttered mind, and you're not sleeping enough, you're not eating well, you're taking too many boosters, I mean, like coffee, energy drinks, you are actually surviving. You are not you're not operating the way you should be operating. Make sure that you have about 8 hours of sleep every day. Of course, things can happen in between, but you also have to make sure that you are not exhausted when you're trading. Because when you are tired, believe me, you blow up accounts. It happens. Stupid mistakes. And then you're harsh on yourself. Another thing not to do: don't be harsh on yourself. Just make sure that your habits are right. The second thing, food. Yes, low frequency food, like junk food, makes you lazy. And boosters, well, it's okay when you're tired to drink a coffee, of course, but if you're surviving only on Monster energy drinks the whole day, you are going to be more exhausted in the evening or even not be able to fall asleep. And the day after, it's like a vicious circle. The day after, you will already suffer from it and you need again. But you are not thinking clear anymore. So make the right choices in your diet, what you drink, and how you rest. Number three, recharge energetically. What does that mean? We already talked about sleep and about food, right? But this is something else. I'm talking about spiritual stuff. You might be totally not spiritual, the one who's watching this video, and that's okay. But you can always spend time with yourself. I spend time with God, I spend time with myself, with universe, meditate, do breath works. If you can do some spiritual sessions, you can do it also online. But very important how you start your day. And that also is very important. When you start your day with a calm mind and clear mind, the trading is way different than if you are starting with a rush, with stress, with unorganized head, right? So this is my tip. Spend some time with God or yourself just to realign. This is how we can stay emotionally controlled. Because you know, girls, you know, women, that we have a lot of issues with hormonal imbalance. And for us, it's way more complicated than for men, right? Number four, learn to ignore others. Believe in yourself. Girl, the first 2 years, you are learning. You are learning. You are a student. You always stay a student. But even if you are learning, you can still just trade with demo accounts and in 2 years or in a year start with live accounts. Everything you do in life, you start from zero. You can't be the best from the beginning. And that's the thing you also need to adhere is patience. Have patience, right? If you will get influenced by the opinions of your family, of your friends, it happens. The most important thing is you believe in yourself. That's the reason you started. You start because you know you are capable of doing it. You will be capable because you're learning. And God wouldn't place that dream in your life if you wouldn't know you can do this. You just need to be clear, communicate. The people that are important in your life, they should know where you stand and about your goals, about your dreams. I know that this is a game where solitude is required, and often we do not share how we feel. We do not share about our losses. We do not speak of the downfalls. We do not want to tell others that we are imperfect. We do not want to show the vulnerable side. But the fact is that the ones who love you, they they care about you and they worry about you. And the way they say these things, the way they um, criticize and the way they are skeptical about these things is because they really don't want you to get disappointed at the end, right? So you have to explain what you know, what you feel, and what you dream of, and what you're gonna get, because you're gonna get it. Number five, priorities. Whew, I could talk about it for like the whole day. Priorities could be anything, habit wise, people, um, your planning, yeah, your hobbies, other work, anything. That could be anything. You have to straighten up your priorities. You have to be organized. When you're trading, you need some sort of a system. You can be all over the place, doing one thing, another thing, getting distracted, trading, and at the same time, watching the baby. Maybe, maybe that's possible for some women who are already like experienced traders. But especially in the beginning, it requires your full attention. unless you place the trade, pending trade, or you just placed it, you trust your trade, you want to leave it aside. But while you're analyzing charts and stuff like that, make sure your attention goes really to that at that point. Be present, like with anything else you should do in life. Be in the now. Number 6, emotional control and patience. That is the only thing you need to have. If you don't have patience, oh, you're gonna suffer. And yes, it's gonna teach you patience in any case, because in the beginning, when we start trading, we think, ah, I can become a millionaire in one night. Can we skip this thought? Okay, so for us, for women, is very hard. As I spoke before, the hormonal imbalance, situation at home, your environment, everything influences us way more. It impacts us way more. Understand that you will learn a lot of emotional control in the process itself. Why? Because universe always gives you lessons, even with trading. When you lose, when you blow up accounts, it teaches you the same thing over and over, sometimes with the same mistake. Why? Because you are evolving as a person, you are growing as a person, and at some point your perspective will be different. Another emotional control situation can come in when you are trading, when you're losing a trade and you want to take revenge. Don't do that. Be systematic, be strict with yourself. You need to organize your trading. I, for example, take only one to two A setups per day. Also, do not trade on Mondays. Did that mistake yesterday, so suffered. Always make sure you're keeping to your plan. That's an emotional control. Like everything else, you're planning how to do your laundry. You're planning how to prepare before you leave somewhere to do your makeup. The same thing. You have to keep on a plan. 1 to 2 trades, you won it, good. Of course, you could win more, but also the third you could lose. And then you want to do revenge trading. Or if you lose two, leave it. Come tomorrow, trade tomorrow. You have another day. There is every day what to trade. Market will never run away. So you always have the opportunity. That's where patience comes in. One good tip, I know it sounds maybe silly, but if you're feeling stressed out, if something is bothering you, before you trade, just take 3 deep breaths in and out. Simple. Calm your nervous system. Look at your trades, look at your analysis. Be chill. Don't trade when you are stressed. Okay? You trade the way you are. Number 7, accept losses. Yes, girl, I know that every woman loves to be right in everything, but sometimes we have to accept that we lose. As a trader, you can lose. Yes, it's like it's like a game in a way. That's why they call it a game. But it's a fun game where you make money. It's not gambling. As long as you know what you're doing, you can gamble, yes, but you're not. You're gonna be organized, systematic after watching this video. Journal your trades, and when you lose, check, go throughout your trade and see where you made a mistake. That's gonna, the reflection is gonna, reflecting on your trades is gonna help you with the next trades, right? So this is a short one. Maybe it's not a habit, but it's gonna become a habit. Just accepting. Don't react. Don't be impulsive. Understand that this is just a part of the process. Why is it important? This one is because when you will be making a lot of money, you will also be losing a lot of money. So you might be losing in the first years of trading, maybe 20 bucks, maybe 50 bucks, maybe 100, maybe 2, maybe 6K, 5K. But in future, later on, you might be losing 10K, 20K. In that case, you will need to accept it. So start learning to be calm, react calm, and take your time for it to process. Of course, it's never fun, but do something for yourself. Something wrong goes wrong in trading, and let's say you lost both trades, go outside, take a walk, watch something funny. Doesn't matter. Do something for your soul. Don't stay in that zone. Don't be harsh on yourself. We can be quickly harsh on ourselves, but don't be harsh on yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you always have another chance. Tomorrow is another day. Okay? Be supportive for yourself. And number 8, my favorite one, because this is something that nobody talks about, but accept the masculine tribe. What I mean by that is that this is a man's world more. Yeah, we do not have that many women traders in the world. We do, but not as many as men. This is also a very masculine game because you need a lot of emotional control, as we spoke, because you need to be cold to people who are discouraging you or being jealous, skeptical, critical, talking about what they don't know. So you need to be prepared that your masculine energy will need to come out a little bit more than for usual females. Don't forget to rebalance in your private life. You are still a woman and you should definitely do things as a woman. Go to a spa, go get your nails done, make yourself pretty, smell nice, dress up nice. Do those things. Be soft. Let the man do things for you. Accept also the help. Don't be always the independent woman. Like that, you can rebalance. But the masculine energy will have to come out in trading. And that is totally okay. Like with everything else in life, you need a little bit of masculine and feminine. Even men need some feminine energy in certain things in life. So that was it for today. 8 habits, 8 crucial things you should know before you start trading, or maybe you are already a trader and you just need a little reminder by someone else. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye.